The housing crisis in Canada is escalating. Hello everyone, this is Cole here with the Vancouver Life Real Estate Group powered by eXp Realty. And if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening here in Vancouver, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Projections from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation suggest a severe shortage of 4 million housing units by the year 2030. This drastic shortage would lead to an 89% increase in housing prices over the next 6 years, which seems crazy, but we've seen this in the past. From 2010 to 2016, housing prices increased by 84%. If that 89% increase does happen, then average housing prices would be just under $2.3 million by the year 2030. Despite a relatively modest 15% increase in housing prices in the last 6 years, the last 4 years actually saw a surge of 36%. Residential investment has decreased over the last 5 quarters, and new home construction has decreased by over 8%. The number of housing permits issued are also still incredibly low. So, taking all of this into account and then you add record high interest rates, it's all the ingredients you need to create this perfect storm. One of the most common comments I get when talking to people about real estate is that they want to wait for interest rates to come down, which is completely understandable considering that they are very high, but waiting may not be the answer. Unfortunately for some, waiting is the only option. Let's take a look at what your monthly payments would be for a $500K condo. So this is a mortgage payment calculator. It's Rate Hub. It's the one I use. It's just quick and easy, but we're starting with $500K, right? And we're gonna go with a variable rate of 625. And our monthly payments, our monthly mortgage payments come out at around $2,600. And which is not bad, right? Like you might be able to rent a 1-bedroom in Vancouver for $2,600. But this is just your monthly mortgage payments, right? Like once you take into account property taxes, strata fees, property insurance, and stuff like that, then your payments are gonna come out at around $3,000. And this is the cheapest variable rate I could find on this site. There's obviously better options out there, but on here, this is what it looks like. The thing about a variable rate is as interest rates come down, so will that rate, which we're hearing is something that might happen as early as spring of next year. Yes, buying right now is expensive because of rates, but let's look at the other option of waiting for rates to drop. I firmly believe that once rates do drop, we're going to see a huge influx of buyers into the market, causing a competitive market like we saw in COVID. Prices will rise, and every time you go to offer, you'll find yourself fighting 3 or 4 parties that want the same home as you. So if you can stomach the high interest rates for a little bit, it may be worth it for you to buy right now as opposed to holding on and waiting for later. Right now, you would have a chance to buy below asking price, get your inspection done, and you'd be able to take your time lining up financing. If you can't, which lots of people can't because $3,000 a month is very expensive, then you should start preparing yourself now to deal with multiples in the spring. I've made a video on how to win in multiples, and you can watch that by clicking the link on the top right. If you have any questions or you would like some help figuring out which scenario works best for you, just leave me a comment below and I'll reach out.